Hello, guys. Welcome back to Approved or
Approved or
Not.
not. Another emergency episode, as they do not want to give us a time to finish our current thing before they add more stuff to D&D Beyond.
And this is from 1985 games called what's the book called again?
It is called
uh, Obojita's
Obojima,
Tales of
Tales
the
from the
Tall
Tall
Grass.
Grass, and I will give you some genuine opinions about it. So first off, this is not a review of settings. We might do one of those someday. I also might actually run games in some of the settings that we have books for. But that's not what this series is. But I will tell you, I actually do kind of like this setting.
Yeah, I have not read anything of the setting.
So to basically explain it, like just a little tangent. I know, sorry for the tangent, but to kind of briefly explain the idea of it. In this setting, first off, there are only two planes: the spirit plane, the spirit realm, and I guess what
The
would be the
mortal
equivalent of the
realm,
material
yeah,
plane. And everyone lives on an island.
of course.
And on that island, there's a bunch of 80s tech. Like, if it's technology in the 80s, it's there. They suggest in the book not to include guns in that, but it wouldn't be setting breaking to have them.
So, please, what you're telling me is that my bard could have a boombox.
Not only that, in this setting, a lot of wizards use cassette tapes as their spellbooks.
Oh, that's fucking sick! I love that.
You see what I mean? This is such a cool setting.
I
And
love that idea.
I guess a little bit of a secret that I don't think even Ross really know much about. I'm in my off time when I'm not working on the games I'm currently running. I'm working on a kind of modern D&D setting that I intend to run the next campaign in.
Specifically, we're talking about the next homebrew campaign or
Next,
house
anyways, doesn't matter.
campaign. I don't know what it's called.
Homebrew is fine. Homebrew
Yeah.
is fine. But anyways,
God, I just
yes.
realized I could be a wizard as Star Lord with cassette tapes.
Honestly, yeah.
That sounds so
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, there are cassette tapes. Just keep in mind that the technology is like locked to 80s, but like it's ancient. It was left behind by like ancient before people.
Right.
And interesting enough, though, it's not Magitech though. It is real tech, which spirits can power, but also just electricity, batteries if you can get them. And there is even a cantrip in the game that's entire purpose is it does a bit of damage, but also recharges electronic devices.
Which we will not be talking about that one yet, unless one
We
of these
will be.
unless one of these
We will be.
subclasses involves heavily with it.
I suspect not.
I mean, who
But
knows?
anyways, but yes.
Yeah, we're looking at races
So
first.
so that is the lore, and I like it. I like this idea. It's a cozier game style. Anyways, we might talk about some setting ideas later. That's not really important. So first off, because this setting is such a particular setting, there are certain races that they point out you aren't really in here, but if you want to play one, you can figure it out.
They have options, but also flavor is free. You could do a backstory if you were to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. But let's talk about the actual things. So first off, there's some lore about humans, but the Dara
Is the actual
they
new
are
race, which
so to sum up their actual lore, they basically emerge from the universe fully as full adults when another Dara dies, and they inherit their memories.
interesting. Oh, so is that what they're supposed to look like on the right,
Um,
or like a basic?
there
idea of them?
are variations.
Hmm.
We'll get to it in a second. So, all right. So you can just pick whatever you want.
Yep, classic 2-1 scenario.
They live for 100 years. As a reminder, that's 100 years of adulthood. They can be so red or small, blue or medium.
Okay.
We're doing the stupid 25 feet small, 30 feet medium. You get two languages, common and whatever you want.
3 skills of your choice.
Okay.
Which that's pretty nice. But then create
as an action,
talisman.
You can make a talisman that does things. Creatures in possession of this talisman can use bonus action to activate the talisman, granting it the benefit of disengage. When a creature in possession of the talisman loses 0 points, but not get the talisman activates, causes the creature to 0 hit points. The paper talisman can be placed on any weapon as an action. The next time the weapon successfully hits the target, the talisman activates, dealing extra rate damage equal to your level. It lasts for an hour until it's activated. Once you use it, you can't use it again until you finish a long rest. Okay.
I think my favorite of those abilities might actually be the Sun Talisman, which might sound weird, but granting either giving it to an ally or having yourself, depending on what your class is, the ability to disengage or dash to the bonus action is really nice.
You just it's supposed to take the form of integrate symbols or something. As an action, you can touch control any information stored inside one of the glyphs. This is, I'll be honest, if you're not actually playing a game in this setting, this is pointless unless you make it pointful. Was it truly worth it? When you reach that level, you able to impart messages through Darglyphs. As an action, you can press your hand against any surface and create a thumbprint-shaped glyph unique to you. When creating this glyph, you can recite a message which is stored inside the magical symbol. This glyph can only be seen by the dark. Oh yeah, so yeah. So here's the thing: if it sounds like this thing has a lot of abilities, it really doesn't.
Yeah. But now let's see what the difference are between the two. So we know that blue ones are medium and have 30 feet, right?
Yes, yes.
So let's see what they get. So blue ones, what do they get extra?
With blue skin, as a Ludar, you need knowledge talisman and are able to produce it once per day. As an action, you can create a knowledge talisman. When a creature's possession of this talisman makes an ability check, it can activate the talisman, rolling a d6 and then check the creature. The talisman lasts for 1 hour. Okay, so just add to ability checks. It's like weird flash of genius or bardic inspiration. It's bardic basically. Okay. And Red Dara gets the might talisman. You can grab when a creature possesses this unique talisman, makes the same ability, you can create the talisman. And adding a number of rolls to save the creature, can roll the die. So, okay, so red gets a boost to saving throws, blue gets a boost to ability checks.
Okay.
This is a rough one. It genuinely is. Because this guy kind of does a lot, but also not really.
Yeah, their main gimmick is the talisman, which is rather versatile, but also...
But you can only do one a day.
Yeah, only one a day.
I think this is fine.
Yeah, nothing's like screaming out here, being like, "Oh now, God, this is too strong."
We get kind of. So elves in this setting are not the same as normal elves. They're different ranks technically.
Okay.
And basically, they are randomly born among humans in this setting.
So again, +2 to any ability score +1.
Yeah, we're using these. So here's an interesting thing. In this setting, elves reach adulthood in their late teens and live less than a century. Translations.
So just less than 100 years.
Elves are humans.
Yeah, basically.
Your size is medium.
Yep, standard.
So you get dark vision and ethereal sight. Your alchemist just you can use your action to shift your allowing you to see creatures which appear as glowing purely straight number of times equal to this ability, interestingly enough, is kind of here's the thing. This ability is kind of pointless because it's very specific to the setting, but you could easily translate this to be the ethereal plane.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was about to say. It's like,
which I think is what I would do. So you take birthmarks. I guess are like so you pick a birthmark,
and they give you extra stuff. So first off, we have resistance.
So courage gets the resistance cantrip
and heroism.
And second level heroism.
What's prolonged rest?
Fury gives you sacred flame and scatter. Harmony gives you guidance and calm emotion. Nature, dancing lights and animal messages. Purify, spare the dying and lesser restoration. Selflessness gives you
resilience.
Oh hey,
we have spells. Okay, let's
2 new spells that we have to immediately look at.
Let's see. So this is a cantrip.
You is within range of grant if the target you helped successfully accomplish the task by the start of your next turn, you gain a D4 temp, which lasts for 1 hour. What?
So okay, you use this as an action. It's basically you doing the help action, and you gaining a benefit if that help action is successful.
This is rough because I'm gonna say the temporary hit points aren't big enough to be a big issue.
Yeah, I think I'm in the same boat, and they only last for an hour.
Yeah.
Although
I mean, an hour is a
one,
lot. An hour.
yeah, an hour is a good bit, but it
Mhm.
doesn't have that much temp HP. I will say this one did ride the fine line though.
It does. It absolutely does for what a character should be able to do. Then
Let's
we
see.
get Gift as.
What is gift?
All right.
Let's see. So level 1 spell, 30 feet,
Oh, no, Gift is from
instantaneous.
this book, right? Yes, it is. Yeah. All
Uh,
right. Choose a creature. You take 1d20 necrotic damage, and the target. This is the first up. Well,
this actually. Oh my god. Wait, hold on. Who's this? Oh wow, this is very. Okay, dude, this is crazy. This has the capability to instantly kill a level 1 player.
I think.
Which I feel like there should be a stipulation of this cannot kill you. I feel
But
like
it
that
doesn't
might
have
need to
that.
be. I feel like this should have that stipulation because if you were to cast this as a wizard, because I see wizard on this list, that
Yeah.
yeah, this could just kill you theoretically. Holy shit!
I am at a weird boat here, Ross.
I actually find it funny. Like, imagine you go into a one shot. Hey, I'm gonna play a wizard. Oh, my friend got level one shot. Yeah, I'm gonna play a wizard. Here, I'm gonna heal my friend. Let's see. Oh, that's a 20. Ah!
I mean, here's what I want to ask you, Ross. When is this gonna be for?
Well, first off, I would
Yeah.
never pick this up at level 1 or 2. Because I don't think there is a
I
spellcasting
just
class
wouldn't pick it. I
that.
just wouldn't pick it up.
I mean, theoretically. Okay. Theoretically, this would output a lot more healing than a healing word could do. Theoretically.
But
But it
it
has such
also
a
has a
high
thought
risk.
of healing a single hit point.
But you're also not. I think it's like. I see this as a pocket. It's a lower level spell version of. What's that spell that clerics get that Jen loved to use?
I know what you're talking
Life
about,
transference.
but my. But I think life transference kind of illustrates the issue I have with this spell. The transaction is 1-for-1.
Yeah,
And
life
I
transference
cannot
is
think of a
double.
universe where 1-for-1. I don't care. I do care, but in this regard, I don't. I can never imagine a scenario where I would want to give 1-for-1.
There's one scenario where, because when I'm reading this, something I do notice,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't say anything about the spell fails if it knocks you out. So what I
Correct.
so this could be I could see this being handy as a
Mm-hmm.
we're in a very desperate you know what, let's take what happened in Curse of Strahd, where we were in a scenario where I was the only one up and you were just out of my reach. I could use a level 1 spell to this would knock me out because I don't,
Mm-hmm.
but getting you back up because I know that hey, you'd be able to pick everyone up. Like you would be able to provide a lot more healing than
I
I
mean,
could.
maybe. Okay. I don't like this.
I'm
The issue, Ross,
I'm not a big
is
fan of it
I don't
either.
like
But
this spell out of principle, and I hate to do it because it's not overpowered. I guess yeah, it's not overpowered. I have no justification to do this. I don't just hope that no one would ever think to take it. It's a proof without thought.
I think it's a yeah. I agree. It's approved about that, which means that all
I
elves are approved.
yes, correct.
Which
Although I am curious about. I'm gonna go onto the character creator for a second
what?
because I am curious what it looks like when you make one of these guys.
Oh, okay. Well, specifically, you have to go to because they separate into categories
Give
now.
me,
It should be like if you go to there
give
should
me
be
a
like a
second.
yeah.
Believe it or not, I do actually know what I'm doing. All right, so I'm gonna get rid of you. Gonna get rid of you. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. Don't want you. Don't want you. Don't want you. Don't want you. for you. Here we go.
Here you go.
Elf. And then if
Oh, there's only
I make one.
There's only 2 listed races. Wait a minute.
We'll get back to that in a second. And then that's where you pick the birth building. Okay, that's what I wanted to say.
But wait, hold on. Why are there only 2 selectable races?
Well, it says there's a third. I guess since I'm here, might as well. I'll go back to that page and see.
Yeah, I only saw elves and one other, which has got me a little confused.
Oh, I might have just not been scrolled down all the way. Go to species. Lower everything that I don't want.
Oh, Dara doesn't have an image. That's why.
No. Oh, because it's a sub race. Because that's actually a sub race.
Okay, I see. Yeah, I only saw the images for the elf and the
Anyways, let's get to Nakajima.
Nakatuma. So that's why I was really confused.
Nakadama.
Okay.
All right.
See. Yep, the same thing.
So they're apparently these are like the precursor race. They were there before the humans, even though the humans might have been there before.
Right. Let's see. 10 to 45 years in age.
10. They all at 10. They are small. They get 5 feet, but swinging 30 feet. Air and water. They get the standing long jump.
Cool.
They get common and naku naku. And you get the long tongue. That's kind of cool.
Oh, hey.
That's it, though. That's all you get. Which makes these guys kind of lame. I mean, you know what? It's fine. I guess
they're frog people. I mean,
approve without thought. Yeah. All right. So I gave you the order.
Yes. So
what did I put first?
Even though I have written down the order, we actually spun it because we don't have that much time. The first one we're looking at is the Rogue, aka the Waxwork
Rogue. By the way, I love D&D Modern. I love that you have people with all this like technology and stuff.
I'll say the art looks really good in this book.
It's like very anime style. I love it.
Yeah. So what? So again, like we say, level 3, most important level is Rogue.
Lydia brought this back informed of arcane rogues who would volunteer the most. So you're a delivery person. You're the mail guy.
Let's see. We get dancing lights and produce flame. Okay.
Okay. I mean, cool.
Cool.
When you choose target, you learn win or trophy by your ability to pull and inhibit magic from the realm. They are represented by a number of wick points. You learn 3 enchantments of your choice, which are detailed under enchantments below. You learn 2 additional enchantments of your choice at 5th, 10th, and 15th level. Each time you learn new enchantments, you can
Okay.
They make save throws, and it's calculated as required. 8.
Interesting. It's a
plus intelligence or charisma. That's awesome.
That's rare to see for rogues.
Respect for giving me the choice, so I can inspect my character however I feel like.
Yeah, it's rare for rogues, especially to have that happen because it's either. I think.
Okay, so you start. Okay, so wick points. Whenever you gain a level in this class, you gain an additional wick point. So they're basically key points.
Okay. Do they come back short or long rest? When do they come back?
That's a good point.
Short or long rest. So yeah, key points. Key points is really accurate.
So here are our options. How many options? Wait, let me see how many we can pick.
I want to know if we have 3.
You learn 2 additional enchantments at 5th, 10th, and 15th level.
So overall, we get
9.
9.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's more. 13, 14, 15, 16, 7.
No, 16.
Oh, 16.
Which that's a lot.
That is a lot. Oh boy.
Yeah, we got. Let's figure this out. So, booming light is our first one.
Different action. You can spend a wick point to ignite a dark green candle which burns. It's occasionally from divination magic, and then you can. All right, so hiding. Okay.
Okay. Botcha glue wax.
I get it. Is a delicate mixture of the finest wax and collections of ingredients known only to the waxwork rogues. And enchanted, probably. Behold, any 2 as an action, you can spend 1 wick point to create an adhesive bomb between 2 objects using a small amount of blue. The 2 objects get 24 hours, 1 point to phase, and 2 hours are separate. The creature within reach of these objects can use an action of strength.
So here's something fun I could see with doing this.
Mm-hmm.
So a door counts as an object, right?
Yes.
So you could probably use this on, let's say, you guys are caught and enemies are trying to break down a door, or not break down.
As a way to close the door.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's keep going.
Uh,
To
First
time
one,
is
the
actually.
level requirement, level 5.
Yep. When you use one of the following candle enchantments, candle pop, fish, Joe, delay that. Okay, so this is a modification to enchantments.
Oh, so
Oh, so that's why. So that, by the way, is why it requires level 5, because you need to be able to afford to use it,
right. Okay.
which I think is kind of cool.
Well, we have Candle Pop right there, which is the
As a
first one
bonus
for this.
action, your knight hurl. You can see the target must make a dexterity saving throw to avoid being partially against, and then on a failed save, the target is restrained at the end of each of its turns. Can repeat the same throw. Okay.
So, wait, how long does this last normally?
Uh.
Because it says you just
Uh.
delay. Oh, you delay the enchantment.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was like okay.
Yeah. The target must make a at the end of each of its turns. I guess it lasts like forever.
Huh. Okay.
In theory, it could last forever if I'm just that bad at rolling dice.
Right. Or you do it on Eve.
Don't talk
What?
about it. At 10th level, when you see a hostile creature casting a spell, you can use your action to cast Counter Spell.
if this if the spell was successfully
Oh,
countered
hey,
and
this is
was of a level was
third level or lower. You can spend an additional 2 points to reactivate the ability and store the spell inside your candle. While holding the candle, you can cast any spell stored in the slot level, spell save DC, and attack modifier and spellcasting of the original caster, but is otherwise treated as if you cast the spell. Oh!
Oh, so this is similar to the Arcane Trickster's ability, except it just
Yes.
applies it to your spell list, but uses your D. Interesting. Okay, but it has to be specifically a third level or lower.
Yes. And as far as I can see, there is no way to, not limit it.
Still, getting like let's say a
Uh,
fireball in your back pocket's nice.
uh, as an action, you can spend 1 point to review the tart flavor of Pyramid Man and the healing properties of Spirit in your candle. As an action, you can't cause it to regain 1d6 hit points from running. Okay. You can
Uh,
have no more than 2. Oh, wait. So, 1d6 healing.
is so you you create it, consume it, and you regain 26 hit points. That's it.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
it. Move on.
Yep.
If you spend
Cool.
3 wake
Okay.
points, you light and throw a dark black candle at a point you can choose into feet. Ability target takes 2 6 5 2 8 from a shield saver house, but damage levels 1. When you use this enchantment, you can spend additional wake points to increase the. Oh, hey,
Oh
that's actually
hey,
cool.
remember when I mentioned about fireball?
Yeah. Okay, that's not bad. Not bad, honestly.
Let's see.
Uh,
Fish fat candle. As an exchange,
as an action, spend 1 week. Lands in an action point facing the ground. This means class.
So this is basically
Okay.
fog cloud sort of, I guess.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Neat.
As
Floating.
an action, you can spend 2 wake points to ignite and throw a tea light candle into an occupied space you can see on the ground within 60 you after landing. The wax rate per minute is flammable and burns that starts its turn in the fire. So it's going to turn into fire. Then you got. We're
Okay.
almost there, I think. We're. No, we got a while.
Uh.
We got what? Shielding? Wait, where were we?
We were. I think we're at
Iron Seal.
Yeah, Iron Seal.
When once you seal, the object becomes magically shut and can't.
Oh, hey, remember what I said about the other one?
You can use an action to 20 irons. Okay. When
Okay.
using the wax carving technique, you can spend 2 points over the course of 10 minutes to produce the effects of the duplicate spell.
Well, I guess we gotta figure out what the duplicate spell does. Level
Turn it
one
around because he was in
action.
range that weighs 1 more. First one says if a creature uses message. Okay, it's just creating objects.
Also, I don't see what the difference is between this one and Minor Illusion.
The objects are real.
Okay.
It's a pretty big difference.
Specifically with 25 pounds, so like you'd probably use this on the On something useful.
There are uses to this.
Yeah.
What is the? Oh.
What?
I was like, oh, maybe I can just make a key. Not really, no. It's object within range, and the range is 5 feet.
Yeah, I was gonna say I would use this
Hmm?
on. Okay, please hear me out on a scenario. We're going back to another campaign.
Okay.
Tyranny of Dragons.
Okay.
Uh, we, your character was able to swipe the Tiamat mask, which for this case, I don't know if it is 25 pounds or less, but let's say it is less than 25 pounds.
I got you.
It's a mask, so I don't think it's gonna be that heavy.
Yep. Gotcha.
Uh, but
You're thinking you make it, right?
yeah, you make a
And then you
duplicate
use.
of the mask.
I mean that's probably what it's meant for. That's probably what it's meant for. Let's get back. Let's get. Yeah.
Yeah,
This spell's fine. Doesn't do anything crazy.
yeah,
Moving
no.
on. Can be no larger than 1 foot cube. When you make an attack with a one-handed weapon, as part of the attack action you can turn, you make it as part of the same action using a signet ring. The attack deals 1 damage with 24 plus. Ooh, that's actually a decent amount of
Oh,
damage.
that's a pretty good amount. Wait, this attack can benefit from your sneak attack provided that you haven't already used sneak attack on this turn. You could use it as a chain
This
once
is
per turn. Ooh, this is getting Rogue's extra attack at a cost. At a cost.
yeah. I will note this sentence about sneak attack is redundant. You could say this attack can benefit from your sneak attack, and we could have moved on because everything else is applied. Anyways,
Right.
spend a point to melt and press the wax seal of shielding. To creature targets steel gains 5 temporary hit points, which you can have only 1 shielding seal active at a time. Creating a shielding seal will another seal of the same type is already activated the effect of the initial seal early.
This is okay.
Big points to bring your free hand to your mouth and on your next breath.
You advantage
You
of the
advance
next
the next
weapon
weapon
attack
attack
roll in this turn.
and target this turn, and the target can't make opportunity attacks until the
Okay.
end of your turn.
And then I think we got two more after this.
Wax slings. By reaching through the veil, you can
5
temporarily
familiar.
you can you do what causes your actions please the sentence or rat.
Direct.
You can only use actions to touch a flammable object that isn't not flammable. It's bright light. You can't temporarily dismiss the familiar,
I mean, that's fine.
and it lasts only an hour.
I see. I was gonna say, wouldn't I just be able to just have a find familiar always active? That's okay. I mean, having a familiar as a rogue is actually really nice because you you for the most part will always have advantage if you're trying to go for a sneak attack because they can always take the help action.
Well, well, that's true. I think there are easier ways to get familiars,
Right. I mean, yeah, there are
especially in the
easier
rules that we
ways.
play with.
There are easier ways. I think regular rules is written. One of the easiest
Mm-hmm.
ways is ritual caster.
Anyways,
And then last one, wick
as a
whip.
bonus action, you can spend 3 whip points to get 10-foot length of candle that has been soaked in smoke acid of a flame burn.
Dragon frog.
You can use it as a melee weapon that you're considering. It deals 3d4 fire damage on a hit, adding your ability 1 for damage rolls as normal. And it has the finesse, light, and ooh, these are good. That's
The
actually a
fact that
pretty
it
good
has
weapon.
finesse makes it valid for sneak attack.
Yes, I'm gonna say, but yeah, it costs 3 whip points. This is fine.
Yeah, it
All
costs
right,
three
this
and
ability.
only lasts
So,
for, from how I understand it, a minute.
do you remember how last time we covered a subclass like this, I said all the abilities are boring?
Yeah, I
Look at
think it
how
was.
all of these do unique things.
Yeah.
But it also is for a lot of time. So let's get to the
Let's
rest
see.
of this.
Burn cycle.
You can ignite when you successfully catch an enemy off guard. When you deal sneak damage on your turn, you can spend a wick point to deal extra fire damage to the target. In addition, the extra damage is 1d6 for each wick point spent to a maximum of 4d6.
This is just rogue smite.
Honestly, it kind of is.
This is
Yeah.
literally just rogue smite.
So ninth. Okay. Could you do some math for me, Ross?
Uh, what's the math they needed?
How many d4s are we getting out of this? Or no, sorry. How many d6s are we getting out of this in attack? Let's say I'm using a bow.
Okay. Wait. Does it say specifically? Okay, just weapon. Okay. So.
Yeah, I do. I use the bow because it generally uses the d6 to make the math easier.
Oh, I see. Yeah, good call. So we have 1d6 from the bow. What
Yep.
level do we get this? We get this at level 9.
Ninth
So
level.
level 9 sneak attack would be 5d6.
Okay.
And then And then
That's 10d6.
yeah, so far already. Oh wait, yeah, 5d6. Yeah,
Using
10d6.
Maximalus. Now,
Not
obviously, you're not going to be able to use 10d6 very often because it's like that is, you're spending the max you can spend on this, but that's a lot.
yeah, no, and you would do that if you got a critical sneak attack.
Yeah, I think I would allow it. Yeah.
I mean, you are spending a lot of resources.
All right, so now we're 30th level.
Uh,
You can
advanced
use
achievement.
ultimate feature found below. Oh, yeah, you have to learn any of the following. You use learn one as part of the feature. Uh, the effects of it lasts for 8 hours.
Okay, so all
The
these get
effects
like
are
a
counted
buff.
by 1 round, 3 rounds, 1 round, or okay. Sorry, count about effects targets. Creature regains 1d12 instead of 1d6, and you have up to 4 count. Okay, that's much better.
That is much better.
Uh,
No limited times you could use it per
starting at
turn.
has
Wait,
no limit. What was the Maker's Mark? Let me
wait.
remind myself Maker's Mark.
Oh, you just passed it. You just passed it. Go
I
ahead.
did. Oh.
Maker's Mark.
Uh,
So wait, this is
yes,
the
this.
this is the attack. So
This
okay.
is the one where you use a punch.
So okay, so it has no limit. I'm assuming it's still limited though by how many times you can attack per turn. So
No. Oh, yes.
because
So in other
you
words,
have
for
to take
this,
the attack
so
action.
so that means that you're right. For this to be good, you need to give yourself extra attack somehow.
Which, granted, rogues going for ranger,
No,
monk,
it
like it's
means
still
that this
valid.
feature, you're right. It is hilarious because you're right. That means that this is only good if you take extra attack.
Or question.
Mm-hmm.
Because how that ability works. Do you think it goes over the only one extra attack for haste?
That will be the attack action. You're right.
Mmm.
But haste is specific. I need to double check some wording on haste.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. We gotta take a look at the
Because
comparing the abilities here.
you're right. Because yes, haste is very careful about how they say their
Haste is
thing.
very specific.
Uh, one weapon attack. Yeah, no.
What's the wording of the ability?
When you take the action, you can do it as part of the action. Yeah, no, it won't work. It won't work. Haste stops it. You need it. Haste stops it. Offhand attacks aren't technically weapon attacks. Or they're not technically the attack actions, so you can't use it for them. So you need extra attack.
Okay.
It sucks. Then for shield, you get three shields.
I'm ready for this video to come out and be told like actually that's not the intention. Like it's supposed to
Instead
work with
of
haste.
so
So
I
basically
mean, yeah,
all
you're
our
interesting.
stuffs just get buffed, which
And
cool.
then here we go. We got
Capstone
ourselves a capstone. This kind which burns as long as the ring is on your person, you get the wick point costs your enchantments. You have immunity to fire damage, and spirits have disadvantage on attack rolls against you, which I don't know how I would convert that because spirits encompass a lot of creatures in this game that would not normally be spirits. So I don't know how to like. This is a weird one because this one's kind of pointless outside of setting.
Yeah.
If you fall from,
I just want to bring up the fact that it says the cost of the enchantments, not your abilities, mean that this does not work on our smite.
Ooh, good point. I think this is a disappointing capstone. Even without even thinking about the spirits being a thing in this and they're fighting a lot, it's still a disappointing capstone.
I mean, immunity to
But
fire damage is handy. It's rare to see immunities to damage types.
there are ways though.
Yeah,
But we'll continue
are
on. This
ways.
subclass is fine. Not crazy. Nothing I'm going to write home about. This subclass writing home. Nope. But it's fine. It's a fun enough rogue.
Yeah, and thankfully
With a lot of options.
which thankfully, because we did rogue first, we can just scroll up a tiny bit because next one we have is the corrupted ranger. So let's see what we
I'm already
have.
intrigued.
Let's see what we have here.
That guy.
Yeah, we have that guy, which
You get
cool.
sick. Corruption is a thing in the lore, I guess, which makes things bad. I don't entirely know what it does. I didn't read that far. of
Uh,
course.
let's see. First we have.
However, you are now both cursed by the curse mark. This is slowly taking you over. You must first choose your. It's hard to say what.
So,
All right.
whenever you take damage, you can
You
receive a
also
curse
no,
marker.
not can. You do. If the
Oh.
damage is from a critical hit, you receive 2 instead. They remain active until the end of your next turn, and the maximum time is 2. When you hit a creature with a weapon attack, all the curse markers you have gained are instantly consumed, dealing an extra 1d4 necrotic damage to the target for each curse marker consumed. Ah!
Okay, so it's like you hit me, I will hit you back harder type of
So,
deal. Which
wait.
maybe
Just a
harder.
second. When you hit a creature with a weapon, okay, good.
Uh,
Alternatively, you can use a bonus action to immediately
gain
gain the
them.
maximum number of curse markers available to you. When you do so, you can't gain more than the maximum numbers. Eh. Wait. Wait.
Uh,
So here's my question. Nothing is stopping me from always doing this every turn before I attack.
yeah. Hmm. Maybe. Okay, I'm gonna check something because on rare
Uh-huh.
occasions it has had this be a weird thing. Let me open up a character and pull up the subclass. Maybe,
You're gonna see
may,
it. You're gonna see if it's tied to a resource or not.
yeah, maybe it like actually clarifies it when I select it in the player thing. So give me a moment.
Alternatively, you can use a bonus action to call upon your corruption to immediately gain the maximum number of curse markers. Let's just while we're let me look at this. So when you reach certain levels of this class, increase it. You can accumulate. So 3 at 5th, 4 at
Um.
11th, and 5 at 17th. That's 5d4 after every single attack.
Okay,
If you use
doesn't
it.
say. Okay, if I go into here, does it
Yeah.
say
I,
anything
I don't I
on?
don't I don't I don't think it's tied to a resource, but there might be something worth noting if you look at the rest of the features in the subclass.
Uh, maybe. Okay. Let's see. So what does second manifestation do? Third
At
level.
third level, you start to absorb peculiar habits with your own body. At times that your limbs and torso independently act. When you make a strength or dexterity check, you can choose to replace the result with a number equal to 10 plus your ranger level.
Why do you suddenly sound
Yeah,
like you're
you
like
sound like far
far
away.
away from your
Do I?
computer?
My mic fell.
Oh, okay.
10 plus your ranger level.
For any strength or dexterity check.
Before anxiety so you can wait till after you roll, but before so you can always you'll make it better, and you can use it a number of times. The half your proficiency bonus rounded up, and all the fact that it's limited.
Specifically for strength and dexterity checks. As a ranger, I would definitely use this for probably if I think I'm gonna fail a stealth check. That's one of the earliest ones I can consider for this.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I think it's more likely to use for strength if you're a dex-based ranger, which you probably are.
Probably.
It's not. You're replacing the entire total, not a.
Right.
Anyways, that puts us on the same issue. That level 3, because this doesn't interact with that at all. Bonus action every turn.
I guess it interrupts Hunter's Mark.
You know what? That is fair. So let's map it out.
And other ranger spells that would require a bonus action.
Correct. What is the average damage of Hunter's Mark?
Average damage is 3.5. I do want to.
All right. Then the average damage of our original manifestation, or like when you have it at level 3.
It'd be one. Actually, no, it'd be 0.5 damage more because. Or no, wait. So it's 1d4 necrotic damage per curse marker consumed. At this point, we have two of them.
Yes.
It'd be about 1.5 more damage theoretically because
All curse markers you'll gain are instantly.
because
1 point. So the average damage 1.5.
no, so like 1.4 average damage for a d4 is 2.5. Adding those together would be 5. And if a Hunter's Mark does an average of 3.5 damage every time, then that's roughly 1.5 more damage. Roughly.
Keeping in mind that All right, I think this ability's okay.
Okay.
It's a hard one for me because it's like a lot of dice, but I think the damage kind of works out to be okay. So
Okay.
let's go to 7th level.
Yeah, 7th level.
Make a
Manifestation.
weapon attack.
Also, I
You
will.
can expect
Can I give a little grievance with this one?
what the names.
Yeah, the names are a little.
You're
Eh.
they're really boring. You're not wrong. Anyways,
Anyway, let's.
when you make them, you can spend 1 curse marker to roll a d4 and add to the attack roll. You can choose to use it before or after. You can expend a curse marker in this way only once per turn.
Okay.
Additionally, whenever you take damage, you can use your reaction to reduce the number taken by an amount equal to your range or level. But that's once per short rest. Okay. That's okay.
Cool.
All right, then we get our 4th man. Your ailment means to have side effects on your body. Gain one of the following ailments of your choice. Your eyes, the world around you begins to lose some of its colorful. To adjust to your skill, you gain blind sight.
And you automatically detect a virtual illusion.
If their
visual illusion.
If their intelligence check DC is less than equal to your ranger spell save DC.
Interesting. So,
All right, your lungs begin to ache and your days are. I like how the flavor of this, by the way, is you're getting so sick that you're adapting to it.
God, it would be a funny thing though, because
at times you feel yourself.
Yeah.
Let me read this first. Learn to see action. As an action, you pull your next breath from a creature. The target falls prone and can't take a reaction at the start of your next turn. Basically, all of your curse markers are consumed, dealing 1d4 necrotic damage for each marker consumed in this way.
So we use our action just to cause someone. There's no save, but you're also not you're not like shooting and you're not attacking basically.
But you do damage.
You do a little bit of damage.
Knocking prone, removing reactions, and doing damage for 1 action. No save. No attack roll.
This one's riding a fine line.
I think I know what I'm going to ultimately say. Gain 1 of the following. Yeah, that's fine. Then I can say that. Yeah.
And also wait, hold on. Alternatively, you could use your breath to another creature.
When a creature you can see is make you can use your action to get advantage on the same speed by 15 feet to the next turn. Your hands and arms instead. Out of the bonus action, you can target the same crystal with the curse marker. The curse marker deals an extra 1d6 necrotic damage instead of 1d4. Okay, that one's fine. But yeah, it's limited. It's limited, which is the key here.
Yeah, you can only do any of these once per short or long rest, or is that just losing feeling?
I think that's tied to losing feeling.
Okay.
Which is fine. Which honestly is fine.
Okay.
So here is my stance on this ability. Failing lungs is banned. Not the entire thing. Just you cannot pick that option.
I would not ban the entire thing. Specifically,
I know. I just said I wasn't banning the entire thing.
Because I'm looking at the alternative version of failing lungs.
Even that is a bit much to me.
To just grant a single ally advantage on dex save.
And increase your speed by 15 feet until the start of your next turn.
Yeah.
No, I think
it's causing your reaction to do this.
I am going to say a broad ban on failing lung.
Alright.
But everything else I think is fine. So let's get to the final ability. As a bonus action, you can the attack action. In addition, all attacks are treated as if you have the maximum number of curse markers. Oh.
Wait, you gain the ability. Why, this is capstone.
The effective feature lasts until the start of your next turn. You can use this ability without the negative effects once per long rest, which means there's something you can do. If you use it a second time, in addition to the effects of wearing off your next turn, you also suffer a level Oh, wow.
And you
That's
drop
actually
to 1
cool.
hit point.
And once you use the second time, that's it. So basically,
Allowing you to make
it's a death.
two
It is a
additional.
death.
Yeah,
To use this a
wow.
second. So yeah, honestly, this is actually a pretty good capstone.
That's a lot of damage. Holy shit.
It is, but it's once. But it's really once per fight, once per day,
Yeah,
unless
yeah.
you're super desperate. You're like, take all my health.
How long does this last for?
Tell you the start of your next turn.
Start your next turn. So, yeah, but for
So
the
you get
record,
it for a turn.
that's 4 attacks.
Yep.
Each one dealing. I think we're at 5 d4
Yeah.
damage per
In addition to
attack.
anything else they might deal.
Just the
Yeah.
5d4 times 4.
Times 4. Yeah. No.
That's a lot of damage. But also, this
Yeah,
is
but
such a huge
yeah.
cost.
Yeah, it is a big cost to use it twice, which I think is fine. And it's a capstone. It's an actual capstone. So, as a reminder, this is approved. And actually, I actually like this more than the rogue, despite the names. But failing lungs is banned.
Honestly, do what we should do.
What?
I feel like we should just make failing lungs, like add the creature makes a con save, because specifically there's a cantrip, and
You know what? Do
because
we have a? I guess we can use our ranger DC. We use our ranger
yeah,
DC for this.
yeah.
You know what? Yeah. Add that and failing lungs as god. Add a con save. Yeah, that's fine.
Let's see.
But
Approved. Add con
you've hit
save.
an issue in my head, Ross. Because now that failing lungs is allowed, I need to think of what to do with the second effect.
I mean, I don't think the second effect is that crazy.
You know what? Yeah, it's fine. I'll allow the second effect. All right. So
Add
yeah,
con
approved with
save
that
to
failing lungs.
the
We'll know what it means.
yeah.
So that is it. That's its ranger. It's actually honestly, I actually really like
It's
it.
neat. It's neat. Also, I want to bring up because I think it's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
All
it
Yeah.
sounds
of the
fun to
third
play.
party books that came to, and I'm gonna show it on screen to show like I'm not bullshitting you because I think it's actually
Yep.
funny. Yeah,
Mhm.
for third party books, there's only been 2 rangers added
Wow.
on D&D Beyond, which I think is funny.
Good on them for doing it. All right, what's next?
Let's see. The next thing that is next is the druid,
Okay.
which is called Circle of the Petal.
Circle of the Petal. I just gotta keep styling the art because the art is
The art's
really
really cool,
nice.
but also, Circle of the Petal. I don't see any bikes.
Well, to be honest, I will say, Ross, considering what we established about this setting, you could be a Circle of the Petal druid who pedals on a bike.
That would be funny.
There's nothing in this setting stopping that, but
So what do we got
uh
for lore first?
This is interesting. If I'm right about what this means. You learn pedal dance, which of course, as everyone knows, does
There you go.
as everyone knows, pedal dance inflicts damage 3 to 4 turns and does damage. Blah, blah, blah.
I was gonna say I actually didn't even remember pedal dance was a move. I'll be honest.
Anyways, okay.
Let's see. So we got so
And are now able to control fraction flower petals of the druid. As a most actually spend the use of your wild shape to call
okay.
and conjure a resilient cloud of petals that functions as an extension. This cloud lasts. Well, enveloped by the cloud, your AC increases by 1. You get the following benefits. You can cause them to attack a. This is a starry druid, one of the starry druid things.
Oh, range spell
On hit, the
attack.
target takes 1d6, and it increases blah 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 blah. Additionally, when you are a creature you can see within 10 feet takes damage, you can use a reaction to reduce that damage by an amount equal to the druid level. Once you use it, you poke out this way, and the cloud dissipates.
I
Okay,
feel like
I mean,
it
this
shouldn't
is.
just dissipate. So my only issues with this ability,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the duration could scale depending on your level. The fact that it's
Let's see,
only
what
an
is the
hour.
duration? I mean, again, Ross, gotta remember, an hour is more than you're gonna deal with in any given before a short rest. Things generally should not last longer than an hour in D&D, Ross.
Well, I was gonna say wild shape lasts more than an hour. When you hit
You're
higher
right.
levels.
You're right, but even that is different. That is different.
The damage is fine.
This is yeah.
And reducing
That's-
that's a good bit of damage to reduce, although it's only once per. It'd be once per wild shape that you can do this.
Yes, but let's keep going. We got more to look at.
So level 2,
Uh,
I've seen worse.
As an action, you can summon a spirit that has the appearance of a creature of your choice, and the spirit uses the bestial spirit stat block.
Okay. Its hit point
Okay,
is
or is that
3
4 times?
times your druid level.
Your druid level. When it takes the attack action, it's attack modifier increase. But yeah, it has a flying speed of 20 feet. It can move through the space of other creatures as if they were different terrain. The spirit can only take the dash if the spirit is okay. It can only take the dash and attack action.
Okay.
So it's stunning special until the end of your next turn. All creatures are affected by the fairy fire spell. So if it dies, it becomes fairy fire.
With no save attached, but it is only for 1 round.
Correct. I think that's fine.
Yeah.
You can expend 2 uses of the ability to summon 2 of them.
Instead of 1 using this action at level.
You have 2 uses and gain additional uses when you reach certain levels in the class. 11, 3, 4. Okay.
Cool. We get a little flower companion.
Whenever making a search to find a path or creature, the wind carries collection of brilliant white petals direction you seek. You have Vandal when making these skill checks. Okay.
Cool. That's
You
neat.
which create a barrier space that uses this walls. Appears in any orientation you choose. It can be fully floating. If the wall cuts through a creature's space when it appears, the creature is pushed to one side of the wall. Nothing can physically pass through the wall except for creatures designated by you. It doesn't do all damage. Okay, that's fine.
You basically just get
Basically,
a
wall of force.
Oh yeah, I found something funny about Wall of Force. Even though
Yeah.
it says it can be destroyed by disintegrate, rules as written, because of how it's worded, you can't target a force. So you can't target it disintegrate. Technically, I know it's
in
not
that-
intention, but that's
No, Raw has you covered. Raw has us covered. Spell text supersedes any non-spell text, and more importantly, Wall of Force is a thing you can target. Anyways,
But then we have Winds of
Winds of
Revel.
when you are reduced to 0 hit points, you will instead regain half your hit points and are lifted to your feet. You can then immediately use your action to send a wave of confession. If your foot is centered on you, must succeed on a strength saving throw against taking 2 once you use a feature gun. You can't must fish a long rest before you can.
This-
Yeah,
Is
that's
that the
that.
only thing we get?
For Capstone, yeah.
Okay,
That is a
can I just say,
disappointing
can I
Capstone.
just say this?
Mhm.
And that makes it even worse. Capstone is a worse Thunder Wave, which I'm pretty sure druids get at level 1.
So, I will say
Wow, what a disappointment for a Capstone.
I like this subclass, though. It's approved.
Yeah, I think it's cool.
All right, what's next?
Hold on, let me approved. Yeah, no, Capstone. Ugh, that's a pretty bad Capstone. We got Fighter, aka the Spirit.
The Spirit
Fused.
Fused. Ooh, that art. I love it. Who takes on a certain resource do not normally do so, but because the pursue the vessel, but the test that can be choice of its own. As of the magic within you can be strange, though you've learned to control your powers. Choose one or more quirks.
So we got quirk abilities, basically.
When activating any of the features from the subclass first stage technology, whenever you make contact, a radio or a cassette player on your person. This is all.
Oh, this is just extra stuff.
Yeah, this is flavor, but I'm reading the flavor because it's fun. A radio or cassette plays a snippet of a song. Whenever you take damage, you cough bubbles.
No. This is the Star Killer one. Anytime you make a weapon attack, it's like playing the music for the intro.
Spirits find your. It's not Star Killer.
Yeah.
Star Lord.
Oh, Star Lord. Who's the thing that's called Star Killer?
No idea. Spirits find your order to be incredibly off-putting. Spirits find your order to be incredibly attractive. When you're unconscious, your body flows 1 foot off the ground and can be carried by the wind. That one's actually gameplay detrimental.
I mean, it's 1 foot in the air. I don't think that's gonna be high enough to where it matters too much. Although,
No, not that part.
oh,
Read the last 4 words.
can be carried by the wind. Oh, wait. So if we're on a mountain, it's like really windy. Oh no. But
Yeah.
Or if
doesn't-
we're fighting
here's the
wind
thing,
air
it's-
elementals.
Actually, specifically when it's just unconscious, so
Yeah.
you're not ever gonna take fall damage from this because you're always floating.
I mean,
As
yes,
long as
but
you're technically unconscious, that's a whole other issue.
the issue is the cleric can't get to me. Anyways, when you successfully locate your ground phones, or a CRT TV, and this lasts until you transform and take a long rest.
What the?
None of these, by the way, this is all flavor, obviously.
This is all funny though.
It is funny, yeah. You're gonna be able to transfer when you have a pool of 46 that you spend to fuel this ability, which are called. When you make a weapon attack roll against the creature, you expend a dice from your pool to add to the roll. Until you can spend the dice from your pool to add to the attack damage roll. This is basic enough.
Yep.
You gain all of your expenditures when you finish a short or long rest, and you get more.
Yep. Whoop.
You get more stuff.
Yep. I hope we get more stuff on that.
You get to channel.
In addition to
You learn one channeling option of your choice. Oh no. In addition, you gain an object of your choice that you can use to channel the option through.
short long
Once you use this
rest.
feature, you can't do so again until
Oh, so you have
is short long
proficiency
rest.
in the
Salvage
skill.
skill, which is probably different in this book, so we'll ignore it for now.
Is it
I need to.
actually-
Sorry, I'm channeling options. How many do we have?
Also, I'm
One,
curious now.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay, for some reason I thought the salvage thing would show up on the D&D.
Oh,
Beyond
hey, the
character
jolt
creator, so I was like,
cantrip. Why is this here? Does something give us the jolt cantrip in this subclass?
Oh, now
This is the one I was talking about.
why is that randomly there?
It must be tied to this fighter.
Also, wait, we have the monk thing there. Wait, is this all this fighter gets? Wait a minute. Or did
No,
you, or did you skip ahead?
I scrolled down so we can look at the options. The channeling options.
Okay. Let's see. So what do we got? So ballooning
As a
bag.
bonus action, you can cause a bag, such as a canvas sack, backpack, fanny pack, or satchel that you are holding, or is on your person, to rapidly inflate with air. The bag then floats upwards, lifting you off the ground and carrying you up to 30 feet straight into the air. You hover in place there until you let go of the bag, no action required, or until the start of your next turn, at which point the bag gently floats. Alternatively, on your turn, you can use your reaction to cause the bag to inflate, granting you the benefits of Featherfall.
So this basically gives you a weird version of levitate and feather. Well,
Yeah.
featherfall, that's just standard, but
So the interesting thing is, as far as I can tell, once you use this feature, in addition, you can. Once you use this feature, you can't use it until you finish a short or long rest. Okay, so no, each of these are only short rest. Okay.
so
All right. So once per short rest, you can either levitate or you can just kind of float with the bag, which is cool.
which also
Then we get a.
you could let go of the bag, which I think you had to always hold it at least with one hand.
Correct. Yes.
So a
I mean, keep that in
non-loaded
mind.
crossbow. I guess.
Let's keep it in. When taking the attack action, you can choose to replace one of your attacks with an entangling strike. Choose an object that features tendril-like properties such as tape measures, game controllers, extension cords, rope, or chain. Keep in mind, these are 80s game controllers.
I know.
The objects can be on your person within 30 feet of you, provided you can see it. When you do so, the object springs to life, stretching you out towards the creature you can see and make a range attack using the target is pulled 50 feet towards the object. Okay, so it's like a grapple, basically.
Yeah.
And we got find the things. As an action, you focus your energy through an activation option such as a compass, GPS. Do they have GPSs in the 80s?
They probably had some form of
Not
GPS
very
in
good
the 80s.
ones.
Or a map. And doing so allows you to cast. The spell doesn't require you to concentrate on it. Oh, that's really good.
Is it
Durations 1 hour. And the spell can detect an object within a mile of you instead of 1,000 feet.
How long does the spell normally last?
10 minutes.
I did not know that. I always get with look at object. But cool.
Oh. First Age Steed. I think I know what this means, and I'm excited. You enact a bond that creates with a special vehicle of your choice, such as a bicycle, moped, or similar object you can sit on. This vehicle can only carry one creature, has a walking speed of 60 feet, and does not have a flying speed.
Okay.
As an action, you summon the vehicle as instructed when this appears in the public. So just summon a motorcycle.
You basically just get to summon a motorcycle, which cool. Also, like I know it's D&D mechanic wording and not what it would actually be.
Yes, yes.
I like how it says walking speed instead of.
Then we get goggle division. While wearing an ocular covering such as ski goggles, spectacles, you can use an action to see in dim light within 60 feet of you as if it were bright light and light. Additionally, okay, well, that's While wearing a pair of shoes, you can use a bonus action for 1 hour. You get the benefits of the jump spell.
Wait, were moon shoes made in the 80s?
Maybe, but there were a lot of stuff about even back in the 80s about shoes making you good at basketball. You spend a minute enacting a ritual that binds your voice to an object that looks as if it were proof sound, such as a boombox, pair of headphones, statue, or a jewelry box. So you can just record your voice.
Cool.
As a bonus action, you can spray misty streams of water from a container on your person, such as a water skin, soda can. Oh, the soda can's the best. Just give it a good shake. Or a spray bottle. Doing so moves you 10 feet backwards, straight line, and grants you the disengage action.
Okay, so the fact that it also provides a disengage action in general.
Yeah, but remember, this is once per short rest.
Still, though, I do want to bring up the fact that you're getting out of a guy's range. And normally for abilities that are like that, it'll say that, this movement does not provoke opportunity attack. This provides a disengage action, which means that, let's say you use this, right? You use this.
Yes, there are ways to counter it.
Well, Sentinel.
Yeah, I'm saying there are ways to counter it. That's the only real difference.
But
all right, then we get Spirit Battery. This is why they brought it up here. You learn the Jolt cantrip with the following changes. When you target a machine with a spell, the machine is powered for 1 hour instead of 18 seconds. Your spell attack modifier is equal to your Constitution modifier plus proficiency.
Okay.
Additionally, once on each turn, when you hit a target with a weapon attack as part of the attack action, you can replace its damage with that of the Jolt cantrip.
Oh.
When you do so, you roll the Jolt cantrip's damage dice, which deals lightning damage, in place of the weapon's damage dice, and you gain no other benefits to the attack's damage from other features or spells. You count as the spirit creature type.
So, okay, can we look at the
so
does?
Let's look at Jolt. So
it's 1d8.
It is 1d8 lightning damage, and you can target a machine with range and temporarily turn it on, allowing it to function as if it were whelmed by a spirit or permanently enchanted. Machines targeted by the spell stay powered for 18 seconds before turning back off.
So we can replace
for a machine to function using a spell, it must still be working.
So we have a regular attack, and we can replace the damage of that attack with the damage of the cantrip.
Which I guess maybe there's a suggestion you want to do that. I'm not sure.
Which, I mean, here's the thing. For fighter, that does make an impact because we have so many attacks.
So at 7th level, you learn one additional channeling option. Cool. And can now use your object channeling feature a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus. And get it all used when you finish a short or long rest.
Cool.
Nice. At that level, you learn to channel your object you are wearing, causing it to become harder than steel. When you are hit by an attack, you can use your reaction to roll one of your essence dice. Add a number roll to your AC for the attack, potentially cause the attack to miss you. Fair enough, basic.
Yeah, that's pretty basic. Yeah.
5th level, you learn to draw the spirit. You gain additional use of your second wind feature.
Ooh.
When your hit points drop below your fighter level while you have a use of second wind, you can choose to expend the use of second wind immediately, no reaction required.
Interesting.
That's actually pretty good, honestly.
So, this fighter, I think fighters in general, they get access to, I believe, 3 second winds? I think.
So you get 4.
Yeah, you get 4. Cool. Neat.
And yeah, they get it.
So
Ross,
we could do
Ross,
read
the capstone. Read the capstone.
Junk Master.
Nope. Read what it does.
Okay, so additional charge. When you roll initiative, no uses. You gain 2.
It is the most boring capstone we ever see. So another one to add to the lame capstone. I will say we got a good capstone tonight, which kind of makes it think that all the rest are kind of lame. Also, that the one good capstone has like the worst name.
Yeah. What is okay? What is with us and seeing a subclass that's really cool,
Mm-hmm.
but a lot
But
of
that
them
has them.
have bad caps or
It's
not
because
fun
capstones
capstones.
are very hard. But anyways, this subclass is cool. I like the flavor of it. I will say. So the Jolt cantrip is weird,
It
but it's
is.
fine, I guess. It's weird because it's designed for the setting. A lot of the flavor in this a lot of things in this subclass would need to be reflavored.
I would, yeah. Frankly, I would. Do you know what could be a thing? Okay, Plapes, have you finished the Underdark and Baldur's Gate?
No, I have not. I have
Okay.
not played that game in a while.
Uh, okay. Plapes, I'm gonna
Instead
create
of trying to explain, how about I just say it this way, Ross? If you do you have an issue with one of these features that you think needs to be changed in some way?
No, no. I was just gonna do like a different flavoring thing for the Jolt cantrip,
Mm-hmm.
or like having it to where like, let's say an object has lost its magical properties. Maybe you'd be able to use the
No,
Jolt cantrip.
no. That is a hard one to allow. I'm gonna be honest.
Well, I'm not talking. I'm talking something that wouldn't be like, oh, the water magic missiles, or like not like restore charges. I'm talking more like a
I
arcane mechanical door is jammed, or not jammed, but
I
you
feel
know
like
what I'm
at
trying to
that
say.
point, Ross, we're just crossing back into the original issue. My issue is that unless the campaign is designed with that cantrip in mind, the cantrip will not be very good.
I mean, it's still also D8 of damage is solid.
But how much? But there are other ways to get a D8 of damage out of the cantrip.
I mean, yeah.
But anyways, it's a minor again, like I said, it's
Yeah.
a minor thing.
And then
But otherwise, yeah, just reflavoring is all that's really needed. But let's get what we have next.
oh, this last one. This is the only one I took a glance at, and I didn't read it fully. We got Bard, and this is the one that, yeah, I think we got. I'm pretty sure we might have gotten all the ones that have a lot of selections options tonight, please.
We'll see. All right, so
Col-
College of
so
Math.
I'll say this: College of Masks we saw in the other book, so this one is more than likely gonna be different. Let's see how different it is.
All right, so third level, you get any math which grants you the ability to wear. We craft 2 master features, we charge you in the mask section below. You're all able to craft more additional master features within reach 7th, 11th, 15th level class. Each time you craft a new mask, you can also replace a mask you can craft. But wearing a mask, you get the ability to grant it. You can don a assault mask. There's an action or bonus action. If
Basically,
it requires a saving throw, the DC is equal to your bar spell save DC. So let's take a look at the masks.
Yeah, basically we get masks that provide us passive features.
How many do we have?
We got a good number.
1, 2.
4, 5, 6.
Oh,
7.
wait, no. There's a lot. 1, 2, 3. Wait.
No, that's all one, please.
That's 1. 1,
2, 3,
2, 3,
5,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
10.
10.
10 options.
Holy bells,
Yeah, we
bells,
got a lot. We got the subclass that has a lot of extra options.
We did. Well, wearing this mask, you get arcane rewards mask. You can use an action to expend spell slot. First of all, magically done whether a creature or object you specify has been within 20 feet radius of your current location in the past 24 hours. If you do a third level or higher, you get a brief vision of the object while it was there, and on the exact time the creature or object was present. That's actually kind of cool.
So,
not sure why it's locked to 7th level.
well, what about the second one?
As an action, you gain the ability to maximum assault range. Your vision penetrates most barriers, but it is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common. Let's see. Wait, what?
Yeah, why is it stuck at 11th level?
Yeah, I don't think it's crazy. I'm curious.
I guess maybe because of the specification of if you use a third level spell slot and you wouldn't have third level spell slots until.
But that just means we can't use that ability yet. That's fine.
Right.
Anyways, this is
It's
Harpy.
Gain flying speed and resistance to psychic damage. I don't know why the resistance to psychic damage is there because our hobby.
Why 11th level? It might be. I don't know. Don't care. Why 11th level?
It's a free fly speed with no concentration, nothing, no resource.
Ross, what if I decide to play another Cockra?
Well, then you're also limited to what you're able to wear as armor and whatnot.
I get what you're saying, Ross.
Right. No,
I don't think this is nearly strong enough to be worth 11th level. There are ways to get resistances and flying speeds for free. And reminder, you're using a subclass feature that is a limited resource on this. And you can only have one mask equipped at a time.
Alright. Let's see. We're getting swimming
Fish.
speed, and we can breathe underwater.
Uh,
Hey! Okay, so
And we get spells.
water bullet. Bullets that may be
Create-
out of water.
Is Whelm Weapon and... Yeah, they're both from this. Let me take a look.
Let's see. So
Water Bullet. You create a spear...
rapidly
range,
in
make
your
a range
hand
plan.
or mouth and hurl
Target
at a
takes-
creature.
The target takes bludgeoning damage based on how far away it is from you. This is a shotgun spell.
Interest. Wow. Wait. 5d6 for 1 to 10 feet. That's a lot. But also, it's limited on.
Yeah.
It
This is fine.
Is it single target? Yeah, against
Yes.
the target. Okay.
This is fine, honestly.
Okay.
Then
then
Whelm Weapons,
Weapon.
another first level. Up to 3 weapons of your choice that you use within range become enveloped by water. Roll d4 for the duration of damage dealt. Target weapon is reduced by the number you rolled to. Oh, okay.
Wait. So
Wait,
roll a d4
up to
for
3
the
weapons of your
duration.
choice that you can see within range become enveloped by water. Roll a d4 is reduced by the number you rolled to a minimum of 1. So reducing. Dude, I'm of two minds about this. Number one, the fact that there's no save tied to this is crazy. But number two, it is significant. It's only a d4.
Yeah, it's only a d4, and it's only affecting the weapons in range, but also it is concentration.
That is true. You know what? I think I'll allow it.
I had to process how this spell worked for a moment as well, because
Alright,
we
then
have
we
a
get
spell.
Fox.
Yeah.
Sorry, I wasn't fast enough. There's through a hostile's creature space, regardless of its size, and another creature space isn't trained for you. Additionally, your AC increases by 1, and when you make a dexterity saving throw, you can use reaction to gain. That's fine.
Yep. Cool.
While wearing these magic weapons, I still actually want to for small. You don't have to. In addition, your attack spells deal damage to hard structures.
Cool.
But 10th level.
I mean,
Ross,
Yeah.
you keep trying to justify it.
well, no, I'm not trying
These
to.
abilities are
Here-
fine.
Unless this rogue gets extra attack, this isn't
I
great.
mean, Bard.
Bard. Did I say rogue? My bard.
Bard.
Yeah, you did.
Mhm.
Let's see. Oh, old man. At
You can cast
will.
detect magic and identify at will without being a spell slot or material component.
Okay, wait a minute. So
I want to double
the-
check something.
the fact that so even though you don't expend it, would you still need the material component for identify? The what is it? The costly pearl.
Well, that is an actual good point that you just made. Or material
Without expending it, which makes it think that
But you
identify would
don't,
not
you
work
don't.
like that.
Yeah, I think they mean for it to be identify at will.
But
But
also, it's identify, which
True. Here's the ironic thing. This is one that I might have tied to a later level.
yeah, I
Not
would
enough to
agree to that.
ban it. Just anyways, when you roll this one, you enter half your bard level up. As most actions, you can make a creature as you mark as for the rest you have advantage on ability checks involving your antagonist. Make attack you can use it when you use. Okay, that's fine.
I think protagonist could be really good, specifically as a counter spelling. Oh, actually,
And then we get.
protagonist makes it to where this bard's arguably one of the best counter spellers.
Then we get sea urchin. While wearing this mask, you can use a bonus action to spend using your bardic inspiration. Rolling a bardic inspiration die to heal yourself the number of hit points for the number rolled half. Okay, yep. Additionally, you can use your action to attempt to immobilize a creature with your attention. So constantly to become restrained for 1 minute. At the end of each return, the target removes the same thought. You can use this ability number of times to clear most. Yes, it's fine.
Cool.
You know, speak with any response. Temporarily move through the spirit realm. Whenever you would move, you would step through the veil in the area where it overlaps with your current plane. You remain in the spirit realm until you stop moving on your turn. If you walk by the same spot, just walk through walls.
Again, neat.
Aren't the spirit realm can't perceive. Spirit realm is basically just ethereal plane. Like if it's just the same words, it would be ethereal plane.
Yeah.
You can perfectly like this. Is used by and And the plot can take reduced by 2. Yeah.
But you also gain a skill and you gain an
Mhm.
advantage on saving throws, specifically of
I
being
don't know.
pushed, pulled, or knocked prone. Which keep in mind, bards don't normally invest in strength, so which normally a lot
Well,
of those
that's.
are tied to.
I think that makes it less worth it.
Well, it gives your resistances a little or defenses a little
Anyways,
bump.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm mixed on the masks. Some of them are irritating. I think I remember it's like you only get one of them, and it's like, oh whatever. Let's move on. Copycat.
Yeah.
Sorry, you get the ability to quickly switch. I was asking you can spend one to cast the.
Alter self
It
spell.
doesn't require concentration, but you gain 5 temporary points and spells end early.
If you lose the temp HP, bless you.
You gain new equipment that was associated with the target and are aware of it. Any equipment game has no even if the original. Okay, so you get replicas of the equipment they have.
Okay.
If you can make yourself a. Oh, they're just taking the exact quote from it. I see. So they're showing that yes, you can use the spell this way. We're not modifying it.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I think the thing that ruins that feature for me is specifically
Mhm.
the spell ends completely early if you lose those temp HP. You're only getting 5 temp HP.
Well, that's true. This is not a combat spell, or rather, a
Yeah,
combat ability. This is a. Our combat ability was the masks. This is a social situation. We want to go undercover somewhere. And
I see. Okay.
ideally, and here's the thing: if we're undercover and they get rid of those 5 temporary hit points, you know what that really means? Cover's blown.
Probably.
Over a course of 1 minute, you can engage in content causes or falling or another creatures up to your bard level. Then healing performance ends each trigger. This is just enthralling performance.
And that's all we get for 6th level.
Within 50 feet, actually you jump at least damage.
Yeah, so I assume that you get another
And
like
the
you
only
get.
one other creature can be done. Once you get it, you can't do so again until.
So wait,
Frost.
can we
Frost.
swap masks on like a rest or something? Like how does the
Well,
whole
no,
mask
we
thing
can't.
work?
We can't do it for free. We can do it for free as an action.
Oh, just in general.
But that being said, and I hate to say that,
Approved
we didn't
without
have one today.
doubt.
Approved without thought.
Oh, that thought. Damn it! I keep on thinking you say doubt for some reason.
Doubt doesn't make sense because doubt means it's really good on approved without doubt. Anyways, yeah, this subclass it sounds really cool on paper, but it has a few things really holding it back.
I think both the mask bards, because here's the thing, I feel like an idea of a mask bard could work really well, and ironically enough, we're bards. I don't think either of them sing really well. Like
True.
I feel like they're honestly maybe you and I could make
We
our own
might. We
interpretation.
might have
of
to
it.
come back and try our interpretation. We have a
But yeah,
lot
no,
of
it's
subclasses we want to do, but no.
yeah,
So
no, this
the thing that I think holds us
doesn't
back
quite
is two
sing.
things. Yeah, the thing that holds us back is two things. None of the mask abilities are all that great on their own. And that is the main thing you're getting out of this subclass, especially in a fight. Don't get me wrong. A weaker version of Alter Self is like, yes, okay, but I can also just cast Alter Self.
Right.
And then
Yeah,
I
no,
wouldn't have to deal with the drawbacks. Sure,
yeah,
I'd be concentrating, but again, it's the same situation. Who cares if I'm concentrating when, oh, right, if the consequences for losing take damage are even worse.
yeah, no, there's some stuff about both the masked ones that I do enjoy partially,
Yes,
but
it's
both of them are missing. It's missing something. Like
I also want to say the weird level restrictions on some of these just make no sense.
yeah,
But that is it
yeah,
for
that
tonight's episode of Approved or Not. Next time, we will cover the remaining 6 subclasses.
aka
And time after that, we'll be looking at spells.
Yep, and then feats and then backgrounds, whatever
Yeah.
ones we decide to do next.
We'll probably do feats and backgrounds with the next subclasses.
Yeah, maybe. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this video of Approved or Not. And as always, stay tuned for more. Bye bye.